Up here on the Marlborough Downs, farmers have been working together to try and look after the grassland that we have. The most important habitat that we have up on the Downs is the chalk grassland, which has declined in extent by a huge percentage since the last war. It's an important habitat because it has many plants and animals that live within it. And it's important because it supports a huge diversity of plants such as rock rose and thyme, lots of vetches, oxeye daisies, all sorts of wildflowers which are able to thrive because there isn't a lot of grass. This in turn supports lots of different invertebrates, which are obviously very important, not only in their own right but as pollinators. We manage the grassland by grazing it or cutting it to try and keep the grass levels down to allow space for those special wildflowers. We use sheep and cattle. Sheep nibble the grass down to nothing, and they're great in the winter for clearing up all the dead stuff. Cattle, on the other hand, take great swiping bites, which is great for structural diversity, which supports lots of different insects. So we get this lovely tussocky grass with short bits in between. Where we don't have lots of flowers, we like to use the cattle to try and keep this kind of diversity, this tusky diversity, which creates habitat for lots and lots of different mammals, small mammals, voles, field mice, things like that. And these are preyed upon by birds of prey and short-eared owls and other owls, which then you feed their young. Where we have large areas of arable land, so we've got no grassland, we try to create corridors and stepping stones by planting nectar-rich mixes full of things like campions and clovers and vetches, which supports lots and lots of insects, provides lots of nectar, lots of pollen. So we get butterflies and bees and hoverflies and all sorts of fabulous bugs that are able to move around the landscape from one bit of grassland to another. And without these stepping stones and corridors, they would be isolated. So we'd have little islands of nice grassland. What's really important about this project is that everyone's working together. So rather than individual farms working in isolation, we're trying to make sure that we've got this patchwork of different grassland across the whole landscape, and moving forward that will continue in years to come as everyone has their own role to play, and together we can make the Marlborough Downs landscape a very special place for nature.